And how did you like get into DC Comics, you personally?
I started as a very young kid, one of the first fan magazines about the field. It became sort of the TV guide for the business. In those days, the publishing companies didn't automatically tell the readers when the next issues were coming out, and they didn't often put credits on the material. At least many of the companies didn't. Marvel was already pretty good about that. So the creative people in comics were really thrilled that there was a TV guide that was telling them when their work was coming out and telling the world who had written and drawn it. So I had gotten to know everyone from that. And walking down the halls of DC one day, collecting information for a 16-year-old high school senior, and one of the editors calls out, summons me in his office, says, "You want to write my letters pages?" I'm not a writer, Joe. You write well enough to write a letters page. So suddenly at 16, I was a freelance writer.
Wow, that's amazing. How you just able to just go in. I mean, like it's hard to imagine, post.
A lot of this would not work today.
Yes, obviously.
Post 9/11,
yeah.
Post the corporatization of so much of the industry. I mean, DC only had about 30 employees at that time. It was a very small company.
Yeah.
Now, last time I heard, it was running about 300 people.
Wow.
Very different kind of environment.
And so what was the earlier works that you worked on?
The first things I got to do were things like letter columns for books like House of Mystery or Weird War Tales. And you'd go through all the letters that the readers had sent in and pick the 2 or 3 that seemed to be the most interesting, to raise interesting discussion. You'd write little answers. Well, you'll find out more about that next issue. Or tell something about the writer or the artist in the course of answering it. Then when I became an assistant editor, shortly thereafter, using that to pay for my college.